So, because I don't experience physical challenges that take me out, say I'm that kind of worker who shows up even when I don't feel very well, like those days that I had back issues, I still showed up to my shifts. And even though I couldn't always complete my shifts, maybe I had to leave an hour, 2 hours early, I still showed up. But for this one, given the numbness on my left foot and how I genuinely cannot walk but a few steps without that electric shock feeling, then I thought, oh, I just have to accept that this one is inevitable. I have to sit this out and see how this is going to go. But a thought that I was telling you guys I had that I wanted to share that I probably wouldn't have had I not gone through this is very obvious and simple, but I actually want to dwell on it, and that is the way that you earn your scars, the way that you go through things that affect you. And I just wonder if you guys thought about that before yourselves. Say, my sciatica problems, I earned this by being someone who shows up to her commitments consistently and giving a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of input to someone or something or a place, and how that makes you useful. I don't like work defining me. I've never let it define me. I can tell you guys stories of what I observe or go through or learn from work, but like I've said before, I think there's more to life than just being defined by the work that you do for a living. Life is about work, technically, because, say, if it weren't for the way society is set up now, you have to work for your next meal, you have to hunt, you have to find shelter or build it up. There is always a work level task involved in your day. There's no denying that. I'm just saying that with organized society, it just feels like you get respect or you have value only depending on what kind of living you make. And if you don't have a job at all, that is probably the worst situation you can have, because you're going to get judged double. The insults that are going to accompany those status. But yeah, when I think about what's happening with me now, I look at it as, yeah, I was aware this entire time that I've been overworked, and I was trying to fight against it. I was trying to get the shorter shifts that I am supposed to be getting as a part timer, but how that was disregarded. And now the sad thing is that we ended up hiring so many people for the holidays that now there are so many folks in our team that my hours actually ended up being reduced. And I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying that the help that I needed, the support that I needed, the accommodation, I guess, that I needed, which shouldn't even be an accommodation, it should just be granted based on my status, it arrived a little too late. Because sometimes I feel like, had this circumstance happened before, like a while back, then maybe I would have been a little healthier. I wouldn't have broken down physically the way I did. And I just remember how at the end of every shift for the past 2 months, the level of brutality I felt on my body, like the wear, the tear, not necessarily physical exhaustion because I'm naturally someone with a lot of energy, but it just felt different. Something about it was different. Like I just couldn't take it like I normally can. And I could tell that I was reaching some kind of limit. But on the plus side, I also thought about other people I know who have sustained injuries, especially induced by their occupation. And I'm thinking, well, I hate saying this, but if people out there are smart and think critically, whenever they hear about what happens to you, they should instantly think about how, okay, you got this to happen for you because you were showing up, you were doing your thing, you were serving, you were being useful, you were producing, which a lot of people like to talk crap about how You need to be productive 24 hours of the day, maximize your sleep, even all that. And I'm like, you cannot say that some people don't do that just because you don't see them producing in the way that you're accustomed to the meaning of producing to be or to look like. You don't have to be building something. You don't have to be typing something. You don't have to be drawing something. Producing can take many shapes and forms, but I guess some people just don't understand that. A favorite example of mine when it comes to that is how about 10 years ago, some older people were having trouble conceiving that you can be on a computer doing work. What we call remote work now, that's been universally accepted now and adopted. It was difficult for some folks I personally knew to understand that, yeah, I am working online, I'm making money, I'm trying to sell some things, and I'm trying to also, via the opportunity that YouTube supplied me with, make supplemental income. They kept pushing for me to get into a deeper career, and I always thought, you want me to have a career that's going to keep me away from home for 10 to 12 hours when a 5-hour shift on entry level is killing me? And I know that there are some opportunities out there where maybe the work load wouldn't be as heavy, as taxing on the body. But I'm just saying, I also want to be doing something that I can say I like the act of using my body to work. I like the act of having a place to show up to. Like I have said before, even if I found success doing a home-based venture, I still will want to go somewhere. I'll still want to have a part-time somewhere and show up and be out there in the real world as opposed to trapped here in my little cave, in the safety of my cave. I mean, this is what I yearn for. This is what I work for and fight for. But I'm just saying that to me, my balance is leaning more on being able to choose that for myself. I want the physical job to do that is at my capacity, at my level, and it's simple enough to where I don't have crazy responsibilities keeping me up at night and having nightmares about, like some of my friends describe who have higher positions and stuff, and having to be prescribed antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication and all that. Like that is bullshit. It's insane. I also don't feel like learning about technology because of the technology that's replacing the people who I grew with at a job and formed memories with, and we gave life, character, and color to the job. But people in their love with technology and stuff, it's like, okay, if you prefer that over the human being, go ahead. But now there seems to be a shift to where people are yearning more to have an actual human interaction whenever they go out, as opposed to just relying on doing everything online. I look at this as, yeah, it shows my mortality and shit and whatnot, and how I need to take care of myself a little different now. But again, to me, what getting injured like this tells me is that I've been showing up. I've been doing work. I've been moving. I've been enduring. I've been accomplishing things, even if on paper or what you see around me does not speak for it. So yeah, you guys, that's it. I hope that made sense. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's one of those things that I like to reflect, and reflecting is something that there is a group of people who appreciate it. There's another group of people who don't appreciate it because they're like, that's very self-centered and self-absorbed. And I'm like, well, there's also a group of people who have absolutely zero connection or relationship with themselves. Maybe mine is too overblown, but if that is the gift that was given, then I'm going to use it. Projecting things and maybe helping other people, continuing to help those who have trouble with this. So why would you condemn that if it's not hurting anybody? So anyways, you guys, that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Thanks for being here.